Hey, what's up? It's Deanna. So I did a video showing you how I destroyed an antique tobacco jar, and it had a metal lid and a pressed glass body. And so this thing was from about 1900 to 1915. And so look how bad this top is on it. So I did a video. It lasted like 25 minutes long, and I figured that most people on YouTube only like to watch like 3 to 5 minute videos. So I 86'd that, and now I'm just going to show you pictures of the before. So when I got the jar, this is what the lid looked like, and it drove me mad. So I said, ooh, let me get the polish out and let me shine it up like a new penny. Not, let me tell you something, you do this and you're not always going to get a positive outcome, and I didn't get a positive outcome. So here's the progress of what happened to me. So here's the jar as I got it, and you can see, you know, the jar looks gnarly. You know, the top is like dented and it has a lot of wear. And you can see the patina and the oxidation on the metal. And it's probably made out of copper or brass or pewter, I don't know. And then I started using the polish, and you can see how filthy the rag, the rag started to get. And all the tarnish was coming off, and all was well in the world. And you can see the side of the jar was shining up nice, and a little bit of the edges of the top. And again, all was well in the world. And I was feeling really, really good. And I was feeling like I was progressing. And again, it's shining up nice, right? And then this happens. Yup, this. Part of the jar turned silver in areas, and the other parts remained brass. And I was about to cry, and I said, I just ruined this thing. Oh my God, I just destroyed this antique jar lid. And I just slowly died inside. A part of me just felt as though it was the end of the world. I know, first world problems, right? But so what I did was I was able to save it with some rub and buff. And so I have part of the video that I cut out of the 25-minute long video to show you the progression and how rub and buff saved this antique jar today. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up and you won't lambaste me in the comments below and shake your fist at me for destroying it. So when you're trying to restore antique metal, you do meet some resistance and snafus, actually. So it was coming out beautiful, right? Right along the edge. It was nice and brass. And I started to do this area. This raised area is brass, but the rest is silver, and it really doesn't look good anymore. So I'm not too concerned though, because guess what? I could fix this, and I'll show you how in a moment. Stay tuned. So this stuff saves me every single time. It's called Rub and Buff, and it's metallic wax finish paint in a tube. And so this is antique gold. And it's almost, even though it says antique gold, it's like a brass color. So now what I did was I washed the whole piece with a toothbrush, and I shined it up. But you see, I don't like the way that there's two-toning in that spot. So what I'm going to do is, to hell with it, I'm not going to even polish the rest of this. I'm just going to actually rub the rub and buff over it. Now you can do this with a rag, your fingertip, but I'm going to just use an old paintbrush. So stay tuned and let's see what happens. Now, if I screw this up, I can polish the whole thing and just rinse and repeat and do it all over again. Look how this stuff works, guys, right? So when you rub it on and you rub it off, it buffs to a shine. All right, so let me show you. Isn't that gorgeous? When it dries, you actually take a rag and you wipe it, and it shines up even more. Now, there's some spots that it's not clinging to, but I'll just keep on reapplying. Here's my makeshift stand. Sorry, this is a long video, but it's actually, it's something fun. I like to restore antiques, and it's actually, I'm a little disgusted with myself for what happened, but hey, look, these things happen. I mean, a lot of people that are really, really experts at restoring antiques are probably like, oh my God, they're shaking their fists at me for what happened. But I mean, I did a test spot, everything was going good, and then that happened. Look how gorgeous that's looking, guys. All right, let me continue. Tell me this isn't like a cure for like anxiety. This is so relaxing. And I'm sorry this video is so long. Most of you are probably bored out of your minds and hit the back button. But if you didn't, thank you for being here. But yeah, this rub and buff is a savior for a lot of my antiques. When you have old metal, it really spruces it up. And it comes in all different colors. It comes in black. It comes in like a verdigris. It's antiqued colors. It comes in silver. It comes in copper. It comes in all sorts of colors, like a red rouge. But it's all old world colors. And this stuff, again, it's like fantastic. When you screw something up too, it'll save you. Look at that. And a little bit of it goes a long way. And it's not that expensive. It's like $6 a tube on Amazon. The most I've ever spent for it, because the price fluctuates, is like $8. But this tiny tube actually is phenomenal. It lasts a long time, and you don't need that much at all. I can't believe I destroyed this thing trying to polish it. But again, I'm not going to be too hard on myself, because if I do that to myself, then you know what? This hobby won't be worth it. It won't be fun anymore. And that's what this is all about. It's a learning process. As you collect things, you get to know different things. And when you have like a mishap happen, it's just something you chalk up to a lesson. Oops, there goes my phone. Sorry about that. I really do have to, you know, I order so much crap on Amazon. I really have to get myself a tripod. So actually, you guys are probably like really bored as hell right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this and show you the finished product. Stay tuned. So that was a bonehead move on my part to try to polish this. But guess what? No hard feelings. You live, you learn, right? Look how shiny that is now. Look how beautiful that looks, right? No problem. Figured I'd take this out in natural sunlight before the sun goes down here in New York, and show you how it came out. And the lid has some natural denting in it, which is quite common and quite normal. But as you can see, the rub and buff really gave it a nice finish. Now when this dries, you buff it with a rag and it shines, and it'll even it out. So like if you see like pasty areas, that paste will come off on the rag. But look how pretty that looks, right? So I was very upset. I thought I destroyed it, but the rub and buff came to the rescue. Sorry the video was so long. I'm sorry it bored a lot of you, but I wanted you to come on my journey with me of trying to fix these old antiques and make them look pretty again. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys all soon. So long.